Hey guys, this is Alex Serpentine back again with my final video on my Soul Ages series, which are from the Michael teachings, which are the stages of conscious evolution that we go through in our reincarnational cycle and beyond. So this is the last one. It's called the Infinite Soul Age. If you want to figure out what soul age you're in, you can take my test, which is in the description of this video and on my Linktree. You'll figure out if you're a baby soul, young, mature, or old soul. Those will be all the relevant ones, because you won't be an infinite soul because that's beyond the reincarnational cycle completely. So this is the final stage. I'm also comparing these soul ages to different systems such as the Aeons from Aleister Crowley's Thelema religion, and then the vMEMEs from Spiral Dynamics, which is another system that talks about the stages of conscious evolution. So this one's the Infinite Soul Age. It's the final stage, and it's a focus on spiritual revolution when they incarnate, which is very rare. But I'll get into details of how that works. So let's get into it. So this is my overall chart comparing the three different systems I was talking about. It's the Aeons of Isis, Osiris, Horus, and Ak. This is a special one I'm calling, which is beyond the reincarnational stages. So I made videos on each of these other soul ages that you can go check out, about the infant, baby, young, mature, and old, which were tied to the vMEMEs: beige, purple, red, blue, orange, green, yellow, and turquoise. What we're talking about here is the very final stage, which is part of the Aeon of Ak, I'm calling. And it's a focus on the connection with the Tao. When they incarnate, it's a focus on spiritual revolution, and they're unifying. And this corresponds to the final vMEME that we don't know much about, which is called the choral vMEME, which I'm saying is cosmic, transcendent, transformative, and masterful. So that's the overall chart for everything. Let's get into the details here. So for as an introduction, the Infinite Soul Age is the final stage of conscious evolution, representing the full reunion with the Tao, the source of all existence. Souls at this level operate as a reunited cadre, which is a greater soul family. It's about 7,000 souls together that are fused together. And this happens on the exalted planes called the mental, messianic, and Buddhaic. So as we're done with our reincarnational cycle, we start moving to the higher planes, and we have different lessons that we're learning along the way, and we're combining with greater and greater, bigger groups of souls until we merge completely with the Tao again. So infinite souls only incarnate as walk-ins for a king soul, an old soul level king who's in their last life, like Jesus, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And they do this during pivotal moments to lead humanity through profound spiritual revolutions. So the lessons of this stage is embodying the essence of the Tao and universal truth. When they incarnate, they teach humanity the principles of unconditional love, divine unity, and ultimate liberation. The motivations are leading collective consciousness to transcend duality and align with the divine. They act as a bridge between the physical and exalted planes during times of great need. Key traits: they represent the Tao, transcending individuality and duality. They radiate unconditional love, divine wisdom, and ultimate peace. They rarely incarnate. They manifest as walk-ins, which is where they displace the soul that's incarnating. And they do this during spiritual crises or turning points in human evolution. So, like, for example, Jesus did this during our transition from the baby soul age to the young soul age. They serve as direct embodiment of divine will, catalyzing spiritual transformation on a global scale. This is part of Ak, the post-Horus Aeon. It fully transcends the reincarnation process, operating from a plane of pure unity with the Tao. Infinite souls embody the culmination of all spiritual lessons across time and space. This corresponds with the choral vMEME, which is a focus on cosmic integration, divine consciousness, and spiritual transcendence. It represents the rare and ultimate realization of collective and universal unity. The challenges are that there's a limited capacity to engage with human complexities due to their exalted perspective. There's a misunderstanding or rejection by humanity especially those in the earlier stages of consciousness, which you can see like for Jesus when he was crucified. People didn't understand what he was talking about, but he was connected with this infinite soul. Growth opportunities are guiding humanity through profound spiritual revolutions and catalyzing the awakening of global consciousness to align with divine truth. Regions where there's infinite souls, like I said, there's no countries embody this level of consciousness. This manifests through individuals, but its influence is felt globally, transcending national and cultural boundaries through his teachings and revolutions. So, like, you can think about Jesus, the kind of influence he made on the planet. It's such a big influence that we even named our years according to when he was born to now. So it's been, 2024 years since Jesus. So that's a really big thing. So, like I said, so infinite soul examples are Jesus Christ, who experienced the walk-in. So basically, an infinite soul, which is the cadre, a group of like 7,000 souls. There's a representative of that reunited cadre that walked into Jesus's physical body, and he walked out in the last like 3 months of his life or so. And this is kind of to explain how resurrection happened, because there's the spiritual power that came through and can do things with the physical world that we're that's beyond our capabilities, but souls on a higher level can do so much more. So but yeah, Jesus Christ embodied divine love and sacrifice, sparking global spiritual transformation. Other examples of walk-ins for the infinite soul: Buddha, Krishna, and Lao Tzu. They're all examples of people who were displaced. They're all old soul kings, but they were displaced by an infinite soul from a cadre. So, in summary, infinite souls are fully unified with the Tao, operating from the exalted planes, the mental, messianic, and Buddhaic. They manifest rarely as walk-ins to lead humanity through profound spiritual revolutions. They embody divine will. They transcend individuality and duality, acting as direct channels of universal truth. They embody the Ak or post-Horus Aeon, and they align with the choral vMEME. The infinite soul represents the ultimate embodiment of divine love and wisdom, guiding humanity towards its highest spiritual potential. So this is the last final stage. Once you're done with this, you're completely one with the Tao, and you're just unified, and you take a break. So you're done. You're done with the whole reincarnational cycle. Your post-reincarnation cycle. You've gone through all the higher planes and merged with the Tao with just pure being. And so you take a break in that stage, and then you prepare to do it all over again on a new planet. And so this is what happens. You just do this over and over again, going through all these soul ages on different planets, learning all the different lessons on the planet, and get more and more cycles, behind you as you become more and more complicated soul. So there's probably people in the physical universe, souls in the physical universe, that have been through all these soul ages, this whole cycle, many times more than we have. So we're actually more of a very primitive level. People on our planet, like on average, they've been through 4 cycles, but a lot of us are like at 10. A lot of us in the popular sphere, and Jesus actually had 19 previous cycles, so he's gone through all these soul ages 19 times when he by the time he was Jesus on planet Earth in his reincarnational cycle. So he was actually really advanced compared to us. He's had like double the amount of cycles compared to everybody else. So he was a prime soul to displace through a walk-in for the infinite soul to come in to lead us through this spiritual revolution. So yeah, that's everything about the infinite soul age. You can go check out my other videos on the soul ages if you haven't already, and take my test in the description, and watch my overview video if you haven't already, that talks about all these together. But yeah, that's it. If you like this content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in future videos.